So, this video is going to be a list of 5 useless zetas. Basically, it's going to be on characters that I've worked on. So there might be some characters that suck that have a zeta. Like I know Bodhi. I know he's got a zeta. I don't know which move the zeta's on. I haven't worked on him, but for all I know, it could be a crappy zeta. I know in general he kind of sucks. So nobody's running out, putting Bodhis in their top tier teams. I don't even think they use them in their Rogue One teams. Never mind something like a top tier team, you know what I mean? So, but anyhow, to a certain degree, I can't really say these are the top 5 most useless. It's just more or less 5 useless ones that I've recently encountered or thought of. I know there's probably other useless ones, like I was looking at C-3PO. I don't remember which 2 of his moves had zetas. So a lot of times it's the last 2 moves, but I know for him it was random. It was like wait for me and one other one. I don't remember which though. So I can't really say if his were worthless or not because I don't remember. But there are a few that I do know offhand, and that's what we're going to talk about. So in the number 5 slot, we have Yoda's leader ability. Fundamentally, I don't know if this is actually a crappy Zeta. I mean, it's plus 5% tenacity, plus 5% turn meter gain. Whenever a Jedi ally resists a debuff, they gain critical chance up and critical damage up for 2 turns. Whenever a Jedi ally suffers a debuff, they gain tenacity up for 1 turn at the start of that turn. And Grandmaster Yoda is immune to shock. I mean, fundamentally, that's not bad. That's a decent enough leader ability, I suppose. However, it's useless because nobody uses Yoda for his leader ability. I mean, you're talking tenacity right here. Okay, well, you wouldn't use him if you wanted tenacity. You'd use, where is she? Bastilla. Her tenacity is way better. 150%. You want 30 or 150? So, it's just nobody really uses Yoda for his leader ability. He's used on many squads because he's a good character. It's just his leader ability is nobody uses him for a leader. I don't even think Yoda's kind of like one of those characters you get once you're like mid game. So at that point, you probably have other good characters as well. He's basically never going to be used as the leader. So just putting the Zeta on him is pointless. I mean, I have the Zeta on him, but that was only because I wanted to get his power rating as high as I could. He's Relic 5. I thought it'd be weird to leave him hanging, so that's only why I gave it to him, but I've never used him for his leader. I might have once just to experiment and see what it was like, but yeah, it's pretty pointless. Alright, coming in at number 4 now would be Clone Wars Chewie. Clone Wars Chewie Defiant Roar. This is, down here it says plus 25% turn meter gain chance, 10% heal, and dispel all debuffs from self. Now again, fundamentally that's not too bad, but this is a crappy Zeta for 2 reasons. One, those bonuses and such are only on Chewie. Now if it worked with like with the whole team, or say teams that he's actually like aligned with, like a Galactic Republic team or a Scoundrel team, then it could be more beneficial, but this is only for himself. So it's not bad, but I mean, he's only helping out one character. So everyone else could be suffering, and yeah, he's doing better now, but, The second reason why this isn't a very good Zeta is, well, nobody uses Chewie. Or at least not Clone Wars Chewie. He's very much a beginning game character. Once you become a mid-tier, or especially now, like where I'm at, is end game, you don't use him. There's no point to. The only time I've ever seen him used was by Arnold T101, and he's just goofing around, basically. When he uses him, he's got him with the Galactic Republic team and just puts him in just as like a joke, more or less. Nobody uses him seriously. So it's a double waste of a Zeta to put it on him. Granted, yes, I did it, but that was just because I don't know. I just wanted to, just more or less for like the jokes, you know, like, oh, I Zetaed my Chewie. Alright, coming in at number 3, Stormtrooper. Wall of Stormtroopers. What this does is Stormtrooper gains 40% offense for each defeated Empire ally. Now, fundamentally, that's actually not bad. I mean, if there's a team of 5 Empire allies and, you know, all of them died except Stormtrooper, that's 160% offense. That's pretty beefy. However, one, look at this. You know, it has high damage variance. So it could do mega damage with the plus 160, or it could basically do nothing. So it's almost like it's still hit or miss. And the second thing that kind of sucks about this is it's just offense up. Like this, what would have made this much cooler, you know, they call it Wall of Stormtroopers. What would have made this much cooler is if it was like, say, B1's move. Like, you know, maybe as allies are defeated, you get more, where is B1? You get more like Stormtroopers that show up, so to speak. Kind of like this with, is it this move? Yeah, plus 50 stacks of droid battalion. So, you know, you start with 100 stacks, so it's like 100 droids. That would have made this a little cooler. It's still just one Stormtrooper with, okay, heightened offense. Like, cool. And the other thing I'm not sure of is, it says Stormtrooper gains 40% defense for each living Empire ally. So that means you start with a lot of defense, but as the Empire allies die, your defense goes down, right? So that then your offense can go up. So it's just like you're trading off. So your defense goes way down. Now all of a sudden you're becoming incredibly less viable, and your offense is super high, which is good. But again, it's almost possibly not viable as well, because the damage variance. You could end up doing a crappy hit, and then you're just killed off. So it's kind of worthless. On the surface, it sounds cool, but when you really stop to analyze it, it's kind of crap. All right, now we got the top 2. These are utter trash for Zetas. It's ridiculous that they're even considered a Zeta because they really bring nothing to the table. Zetas are supposed to vastly enhance your character, and these 2 that I have coming up are worthless. They should be Omega at best. So coming in at number 2 would be Hermit Yoda. Do or do not. The Zeta says whenever an ally with Master's training is defeated, Yoda's cooldowns are reset. That's a Zeta? That's dumb. Yeah, okay, I guess that's kind of cool. Now all the cooldowns, I mean, he's just got healing options, but that's kind of cool, but that is not Zeta. That's not putting him to, like, that next level. Like, ooh, wow, my Hermit Yoda is so much better now. Like, what was it at tier 7, you know? Whenever an ally is defeated, Yoda gains 100% turn meter. Okay, yeah, so really all this does is resets his cooldowns. That's it. That's all this Zeta does. It's like, oh, okay. That's worthless. What are his cooldowns anyways? Does it tell me? Right off the bat, like, do I know? Does it say? Oh, there it is. Cooldown, that one's 4, this one's 3, and this one's unlimited because it's basic. So, I mean, his cooldowns aren't even that crazy. It's not like Nihilus with his Annihilate. How you have to, you know, that's 8. That could be a sexy move on that, to be like instant Annihilate option. Like, okay, 3, 4, okay. I need that reset. No. Oh, and this one, when you get the Zeta on it, it reduces it by 1. I just saw that now. So that becomes a 3 as well. So these both are 3. It's not even that big of a cooldown. Ugh. Terrible Zeta. Terrible Zeta. I'll end up doing it because I'm an idiot, but that is a worthless Zeta. But not as worthless as number 1. Veteran Smuggler Chewies. Ugh. Let the Wookiee win. We'll show it in a second. This is the most worthless Zeta there could possibly be. It is so stupid. How this is considered a Zeta, I do not understand, but here it is. Offense duration +1. That's the Zeta. Offense duration +1. At the start of each enemy turn, Chewbacca gains 12% offense stacking until the next time he uses an ability. So apparently he can use an ability twice with this Zeta. It's the stupidest Zeta. Offense duration +1. It adds nothing. It doesn't even add like extra offense stacking. Nope, nothing. Offense duration +1. This is the stupidest Zeta there could possibly be. That definitely is like an Omega only. It shouldn't even be an Omega. It's like basically, oh, it doesn't show it. That's just like the purple stuff only. It's not even Omega worthy. That is so worthless. Again, I'm an idiot, so I'll give it to him, but that is so worthless. Like, at the end of the day, it's not going to make any difference when you have your Chewie going, whether he has that Zeta or not. It's not going to make a single difference at all. It's the most useless Zeta. Zetas are supposed to put them over the top, and this does nothing. Like, for an example of one character that was, you know, relatively speaking, put over the top, would be like, where is he? It's not really special anymore, but when Zetas first came out, this was a big deal. Like this. Qui-Gon's leader ability. Before, this is all you had. Leader ability was Jedi allies have 25 speed. Boom, Zeta. Jedi allies have +30 speed, gain offense equal to 3 times their speed, and gain foresight for 2 turns at the start of each encounter and whenever a unit is defeated. That was huge. That put Qui-Gon way over the top. It was like, wow, he went from this to boom, all this. This was an awesome leader ability. Still has potential at like mid-tier. Nowadays at endgame where I'm at, it's worthless. But when Zetas first came out, this was super beefy. Qui-Gon definitely was in the meta because this was insane. So all I'm trying to say is, likewise, yeah, this is not sexy like that other move at all. This is a Zeta, really? So yeah. So those are the top 5 Zetas that I can think of offhand that are absolute trash. Like I said, there's probably plenty more that I'm forgetting. Plenty more that I don't know of because I just haven't worked on the characters like anybody down here that has a Zeta. And there could be a second video of this coming out as well that I might make when I do more Zetas and really think about who has what and such. But for starters, yeah, I feel like that's a pretty solid 5 of terrible waste of time Zetas. I guess that's all I got. Hope you agreed with the list, or at least, you know, if you didn't, think of some of these characters or something before. Maybe now you see it as, oh yeah, you got a point. Those characters do suck. And yeah, thanks for checking this out. Until next time, I said see ya.